you know, killed. Some people paid ransom and still were killed and all of that. The mastermind was identified as Ibrahim Abdullahi, also known by the ominous moniker of Mandi. Now, the Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olumuyiwa Dejobi, who made this known in Kaduna on Thursday, he also disclosed that the suspect had also participated in the abduction of students from Greenfield University in 2021. He also added that 48 AK-47 rifles were seized during Mandi's arrest, and efforts were underway to identify his sponsor and supplier of those weapons. 48 AK-47 rifles. He also said on the 12th of January 2024, the police operatives attached to an anti-kidnapping unit of Kaduna State Criminal Investigation Department, based on credible information, swooped in and arrested one Ibrahim Abdullahi, who is Monday at Abuja Kaduna Road flyover by Rido Junction. Now, the suspect confessed to being the leader of the kidnap syndicate terrorizing the Kaduna Abuja highway, ranked among the other criminals like Dogo Jide and Bello Turji. He also had participated in various kidnapping incidents, including the kidnapping incident at Greenfield University, and he partook in almost all the kidnappings along the Abuja Kaduna highway. We know that that road has been terrorized for many years by kidnappers and, you know, all of these people. Now, the police spokesperson also said that no fewer than 81 armed robbers, 40 kidnappers, 73 murder and homicide suspects, 36 rape suspects, 22 suspects involved in cult-related crimes, and 28 suspects engaged in other criminal activities between January to date, with particular focus on the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, were arrested. Now, according to him, the strategic initiative being implemented by the force along Abuja-Kaduna Highway was responsible for current success stories that were recorded. He also said that the operatives have successfully recovered 16 firearms of various types along 26 ammunition of diverse calibers. Additionally, according to him, the operations have led the retrieval of 28 stolen vehicles and over 200 harmful weapons and 600 bags of fertilizer, a total of 3,350,000 naira previously paid as ransom to the kidnappers by a family. He has successfully recovered that, while our swift and coordinated efforts have resulted in the safe rescue of 158 kidnapped victims, all of whom have been reunited with their families unharmed. These are the achievements that they have recorded, and quite remarkable. But one thing gets me thinking all the time: where do they get these weapons from? Where do they get these weapons from? Who supplies them these weapons? Because these are not just any AK-47 rifles. You should probably Google that. I understand that it's both expensive and it's not just sold to just anybody. So you see, the police has said that they would go about their duties looking for who the particular sponsors of these weapons are, you know, so that they can stop the supply. I mean, that should be the right step, or that should be the best step that should be taken, because even if we arrest 100 of them and we don't know their source, it still takes us back to square one, because they will most likely get to recruit more people into the system and continue the harm and the mayhem that they cause in the society. Now, further update says that police intercept child trafficking syndicate and rescues 5 Sokoto kids here in the city of Abuja. And if you did see that picture, there's a newborn baby in the hands of these kidnappers and this syndicate, and you know, very small kids. I think barely 3 years old. Some of them are barely, let me not say 3, barely 5 years old. You know, all of them kidnapped. The Nigerian police force also said it intercepted this child trafficking syndicate and arrested 2 female suspects, Kulu Dogonyaro and Elizabeth Oja, in connection with the trafficking of these 5 children. The police spokesperson Josephine Ade, in a statement yesterday, said the suspects who attempted to escape arrest from Sokoto police operatives were intercepted by the FCT police operatives at Kagini Junction, Abuja, while suspiciously conveying 5 children into the Federal Capital Territory on April 27th, 2024 at about 8 p.m. She further said that the FCT Police Command, in the spirit of oneness, has handed the suspects and victims over to Sokoto Police Command to further investigation and onward prosecution. Now, it is very important, because the FCT Commissioner of Police, CP Bennett Igwe, he also said this, and I think it's also very important. He urged parents to pay utmost attention to their children and words while reaffirming his commitment to ensuring the safety of the residents of FCT. Because for God's sake, these children are very small. I know then people would say if the children can go out and they play with their other friends and it's a good thing, will help the child become smarter, whatever reasons that we have managed to coin out for ourselves. But these children are too small to be roaming on their own. You have to understand the times that we are in now. Previously, you might be able to get away with that because we didn't have cases of kidnapping and all of this, very predominant in the country. So people could go out, mix up with their peers, play football and all of that. And they can do it, and you'd be rest assured that you have your child back home. But now, at a time where wickedness is on the increase, I kid you not, people are just looking for the easiest way to survive, even if it means killing you. I mean, people will do whatever it is in their power to ensure that they survive. So please try not to make yourself a victim of some of these things, because it's very disheartening. While you cannot be too careful about children, because I mean, the minute you turn your eyes away from them, they are far, far, far gone. You'd not be able to know where they are or where they've gone to play or anything of the sort. Also, just like the CP Bennett Igwe had odd parents, I will also be doing the same thing. Please ensure that you pay attention to your children and keep them as safe as possible. Even if it means let them be at home and play at home, is not a problem. They're still going to be smart. They're still going to be okay. They go to school, they interact with people. I think that should be the much you can do, looking at the times that we are in right now. So yes, that's that about the trafficking syndicates that were arrested here in the city of Abuja. Imagine all the way from Sokoto State transporting these children down to Abuja here just to escape arrest. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. More updates. We see that Uni Abuja ASU strike begins. I hear that the school is closed down. The University of Abuja chapter of Academic Staff Union of University ASU yesterday announced the commencement of an indefinite strike to press home some demands. Now, key among the demands is the choice of the new vice chancellor, which the union said must be in line with the University's Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1993 as amended. The current Vice Chancellor, who is Professor Abdul Rashid Nala's tenure, is coming to an end at next month, I think, and the union, which announced its decision to proceed on the strike at the end of its Congress, held that the permanent site of the institution alleged that there were surreptitious moves by the federal government to impose the vice chancellor on the school without due process. The union said the position of the vice chancellor advertised in the National Daily on March 15, 2024 was illegal, given that the school's governing council, which is responsible for such a role, was sidelined. The chairman of the Uni Abuja ASU chapter, Silvanus, he also read the text of the union's Congress, noted that the University's Miscellaneous Provisions Act of 1993, 2003 and 2012 section 3 and all of that respectively plays a role on the shoulder of the university's governing council to provide the next vice chancellor. But again, they all came out there to criticize the person, saying you're not supposed to do these, you're not supposed to speak like that. But again, some things will leave you in awe and you'd not even know how to react almost immediately. These are the reasons. Some of these things I can tell you, particularly that I went to a school where there's a course I never got a lecture for that course, but I wrote the exams. I did not get one lecture for that course, but I wrote the exams because the school is open. Let's just do all that we can to make sure that the students their way to learn, with materials and to read extensively, whether or not they are being taught. So you see, this is a system we're dealing with. All of these things combat the growth of the educational system. They put a lot of pressure on that system. Remember, if we need quality leadership, if we need quality people in leadership, we need quality people in the marketplace, we need quality people in the business field, then we need to be able to do whatever it is within our power to create quality system of education, so that we know that we're not dealing with half-baked people coming into the system and now trying to do whatever it is that they think is right rather than what is actually right. This is the Abuja Now segment of the show. I probably will just open up the phone lines. Let me hear what your